my channel. So for today's video, I am finally filming this. I'm finally listening to you and filming it because I've been putting it off and putting it off because my collection hasn't been looking how I wanted it to be, and it still isn't how I exactly want it. But at the end of the day, it's makeup. In my opinion, my collection is never going to look flawless because it's me. I am very excited to show you because obviously I've got new stuff as always, and I'm going to talk through some of my favourite products and basically just give you a tour of my makeup drawers. I have the Alex 9 drawers like so many people. I will link my previous makeup collections in the description. But yeah, you asked for it, it's finally here. So yeah, the classic disclaimer, which I know gets so boring and so many of my friends go, you really don't need to say it. Like everyone that's watching your video should know. And I know that is the case. However, you know, I just want to put it out there anyway. I'm not trying to brag or boast in any way, shape or form by showing you my makeup collection. I'm doing this by high demand. Honestly, the amount of messages I've got, DMs, comments on videos asking for me to do an updated makeup collection is insane. So I'm just listening to what people want to see, and at the end of the day, as everyone knows, I work for my money. I choose to spend it in this way, and if you've got a negative opinion of that, that's fair enough. Everyone's entitled to their opinions, but take your opinions elsewhere. Do not carry on watching because there is no need to watch something you know you're going to hate. So without further ado, let's get on into the exciting stuff. So we're going to start on top of my Alex 9 drawers as always. I'm not really going to go through the lip products because I don't tend to use these that often, but I'll show you like my favourite ones. I really love the Isabella lip oil. This is absolutely amazing. Mine's in a bit of a state, but I use that on the daily. I love that so much. I've got quite a few baby lips, but one of my favourites in here is Melamania. I just find them so moisturising and amazing to use. I at least have one in my handbags that I have on me. I also actually, believe it or not, love this W7 Kiss Me Plumping Gloss. Don't know whether it plumps your lips, to be honest, but it's nice and glossy and it smells heavenly. It literally smells like mint. It's great, and just for a cheap gloss, it's not bad. I don't know whether it plumps or not. I didn't really pay much attention to that. But, you know, lip products so that give your lips a bit of colour. I do really love the L'Oreal lip paint in the shade Babe In. I love the applicator as well. Like, it's the perfect shape to apply lip product to your lips. Like, it's just fantastic. And I also really like the Model's Own lip tint that I got from Libby. I love this. It's just really nice. It's just like a natural wash of colour on the lips, and it's very comfortable to wear. And then in the drawers, which are from Primark, which are still available in Primark, mine I think are cracked, but in this one I've got all of my glitters. Now all of these are the same brand, and I have a discount code for the brand because I just absolutely love them, and to have a discount code with them is kind of insane. And I have other discount codes for different little companies and boutiques and stuff, so I'll also leave them in the description because you would have seen a vlog already of me explaining all about that. But I honestly love these glitters. They are the easiest to apply. They don't fall off your eyeballs. They're just great. My favourite shades are Simba and Genie's Lamp, which is this beautiful gold. Like, they are just stunning glitters. I always get asked what glitters I use and which ones I'd recommend. This brand is amazing. Some more glitters on top. Then the bottom drawer, I've just got some sort of spontaneously random products. I've got some pigments. I've got a Primark one. I've got two MAC ones. This is my favourite out of the two. To be honest, I might declutter this one because I never use it, or put it on Depop, or just give it away because I don't use it. I love this glitter. This is in Grand Gesture. It's the only one from the Revolution News glitter collection I actually kept, and I love it so much. And then I've got two cream eyeshadows. Now this, to be honest, I'm going to put in my giveaway basket because I've never used this. But this is such a gorgeous sort of loose pigment. So I'm going to, loose pigment, of course it's a loose pigment, that's what pigments are really. But I'm going to put that in my giveaway basket because I'm not going to use that. And then brush wise, my brushes are really dirty. So, you know, but I've got the same sort of brushes as my last makeup collection, but I've got more Spectrum brushes now. I love them. I've got the basic collection. I've got a brush from their Marble collection, from this collection, whatever that collection was. I've got a Disney eye brush also, which is extremely filthy. But it's this one. They're honestly, Spectrum brushes are such worth the money. Honestly, Spectrum brushes are so worth the money. To be honest, I don't think they're even expensive for the quality you get. But I do also have some Primark brushes and some other cheaper alternatives. These are from Amazon. They're called the Falil, I think. Falil? I have no clue, but they're really good. I've got Harry Potter style wand brushes, which I never use, but the novelty of them is just amazing. I've got some Real Technique brushes. They're really, really good. Yeah, I have some Revolution ones as well from the Christmas set 2 years ago. I have got a couple of Spectrum ones. I've got the Spectrum Disney fan brush. I've got a brush from their marble collection. I use this for highlighter. I love it. I've also got a marble face brush, which I use for setting my under eyes. And then the other brushes I've got are like Real Techniques. I've got this brush set that my mum got me for Christmas. I don't know where she got it from, something like Berry or something like that. And they're really, really good. I've got Bold Cosmetics, I've got Primark, I've got some Real Techniques. But yeah, that's literally it for the top of my drawer. So this is my first drawer. This is sort of like my go-to makeup drawer, all the products that I tend to either use on a daily basis or products that I want to have in my main makeup drawer that I can just grab or try. So yeah, the main divider that you see in here is from Primark. I got this one from Oxford Street. I've also got one in my new in makeup drawer. I love this, honestly. This drawer divider is absolutely incredible. Sorry for the wobbliness, but I've got quite a few like palettes. So I've got the Soph highlighter palette, which is so battered, like honestly, it's quite shameful, but I love that the formulation is amazing. I've got the Revolution Reloaded Iconic Fever. This is just an amazing neutral palette, and it's only £4. You can't really grumble. I've got the On the Rocks by W7. This is such a pigmented palette. I cannot wait. Like, I've got the W7 On the Rocks palette. I love the packaging, and the colours are gorgeous. They're so different to what I would normally go for, but they are so pigmented. Like, I haven't tested it on my eyes, but it is a gorgeous looking palette. I've got a Primark palette. Now the packaging of this is what drew me to it in the first place, but it was only £4, and these are the shades you get inside. As you can tell, it's brand new. I'm waiting to use it in like first impressions, but oh, Primark are killing it with their makeup releases at the moment. I've got a mini Too Faced Sweet Peach palette, which is just gorgeous. It smells divine, and I actually use this a lot more than I use the big full-size Too Faced Sweet Peach palette, but I'll never be getting rid of that because it's just a collector's item and it smells amazing. I've got the Nudes eyeshadow palette from I Heart Revolution. Now this is my amazing palette that this is just an amazing palette I always tend to go to just for a natural eye look, but it's still stunning because it's got this pressed glitter shade, which is my favourite shade in the entire palette. Yeah, definitely check out their mini palettes because they're very travel friendly and still got some beautiful, beautiful shades in. And I tend to use this for work as well because it's just really simple and easy. Down the side, I've got the MUA Pro Base Mattifying Fixing Spray. I've been trying to try out different fixing sprays, and honestly, this is alright. It does the job. It's not my favourite, so I definitely probably will be going back to the Makeup Revolution one because that's just incredible. I've got the Primark Matte Primer, which I do use when I can actually be bothered because I'm so lazy. But if you want a good matte primer, I definitely recommend this if you can find it in your local Primark. It's £3 and it's really, really good. I have this brow kit that I'm yet to try because I'm once again waiting to do it in full face of first impressions, which you'll probably get bored of me saying in this video, but it's from Very as well, I think. I got this for Christmas from my mum. So you get a brow pencil, you get brow stencils, and you get a brow palette. So I'm very excited to give that a go. And I've also got 2 stick eyeshadows. So I've got one from Kiko, which is from their Arctic Eyes collection, which is so old, but it's still in good condition, and I do like that. And then a Chanel one that Malika very kindly gave to me, because she just didn't use it. So I was like, yes, I will have that. So going into the actual drawer, like this is in no particular order, but down here I've got mascaras. Now I did used to put concealers in this section, but I thought, you know what, it's better to have all my base in the bigger compartment where it's all in one. So for mascaras, I've got the Revolution, the Mascara Revolution from Revolution. I did say it was a bit of a disappointment, which to be honest, at first it was. But I am going to like it a lot more. For an affordable mascara, it's not half bad. I use it for work on a daily basis. I've got my all-time Holy Grail favourite mascara, which is the Maybelline Total Temptation. This is my second one, but it lasts so long, and oh my god, I love it, and the smell of it is divine. I've got the W7 Eyelash, which is a cult favourite for me. Like, honestly, I've used this for so long. I've gone through so many of these. And then I've got a mini of the Roller Lash, which really was a disappointment. So many people rave about it, and I just didn't see the hype. So I will use it up because it's a mini, but I will not be repurchasing. In this little compartment, I've got single eyeshadows. So I've got 2 Primark ones from their Christmas collection from last year. I've got the shade Cashmere, which is one of my favourites, and the packaging reminds me of MAC. And then I've also got this shade, which is called Dusk. And this is also stunning. I love the snowflake print on it. I've also got the MUA single eyeshadow in Copper. I got this for my one, I actually included one of these in my 1K subscriber giveaway because, oh my god, it's just a beautiful eyeshadow. It's so pigmented. I cannot even explain. For £1, it's a bargain. Malika got me that in one of our swaps. I've also got a Kiko loose eyeshadow, a single eyeshadow. I hardly ever use this, but it is really, really good, hence why I've kept it. It's a good crease shade. And then I've got the ever so famous NARS Isolde duo, which I got through Zoe Sugg. It is a gorgeous duo. Would I ever repurchase? Probably not, but I don't think I'm going to run out of this anytime soon because I've had this for like years and I haven't even hit pan yet. So I do love it though. I don't know whether it's worth £25. It's quite pricey, but yeah, that was my first ever high-end purchase when I had like no money. I saved up and I decided to buy this from Space NK. So yeah, in this compartment I've got pigments, so they're all Primark actually. This is my favourite one. I use this a lot for work too. It's in the shade Bronze and it's just gorgeous. It's a lovely gold nectar colour. I've then got the shade Nude. That is not nude, but it's a really gorgeous pigment. I haven't opened that one yet. And then I've got my 2 old favourites, which you probably would have seen if you're a long-term subscriber. I love these, especially this one. It's just so gorgeous. It really brightens up the eyes. And they're just beautiful, beautiful pigments. Down here, I've got my Real Techniques Beauty Sponge, and then I've got 2 of the mini eye sponges. I love these. Dirty, but this is actually quite clean, considering how my old one looked. In here, I've got this Revolution Fold eyeshadow in Rebound. This is such a gorgeous fall eyeshadow. They updated their formula, and I much prefer the updated version of these. And then I've got like the mixing, intensifying primer liquid. In here, which I can just get the products out, I've got the MUA bronzer. I haven't used that yet, but it looks really good, and MUA is definitely a brand you should check out because it's so cheap. I've got the NYX glitter primer, which I've got a new one of because it's just very used and abused now, because obviously I wear glitter quite a lot, but it's the best one. I get asked what glitter primer, glitter glue I'd recommend. The NYX one any day. I've got the MUA Pro Base powder, which I love. It's hit pan. I have got a backup. That's £3.50. It's so cheap. I've got the Freedom Contour Duo, which I love. This bronzer shade is beautiful too. It's been discontinued, but if you can find it anywhere, I definitely will. And then in this compartment, I have got most of my base products. So I've got the MUA Pro Base Primer Spray. I do really like this. I do think it works. And it's great for just dampening my sponge too. Helping with application of foundation. This is my Holy Grail Ride or Die foundation. If you want an affordable foundation, I know £9 to some people might not be, but it works and it lasts for so long. Mine's in the shade F1. I love the applicator. Like, some people say it's not hygienic, but I just love the applicator. It disperses the product perfectly. The coverage is crazy. The finish is beautiful. It blends so easily. I just love it. And then the 3 concealers I've got in here, one's nearly finished. I need to use it. I forget to use it, but I do need to because then it'll be empty and can go in my empty collection. But this is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in the shade Fair Warm. I did love this concealer. It's very fresh. It looks very light on the skin. It's not heavy. It's really easy to blend, so I probably would repurchase that. So if you're looking for a more expensive concealer you want to try, definitely recommend that. I've got the Urban Decay All Nighter, which is intense coverage. Like, a little goes a long way. I love the packaging. Once again, in Fair Warm. It's beautiful, but it is so expensive. Like, comparing it is right next to a Primark one. Like, that's how I live my life, you know. But this Primark concealer, which is the My Perfect colour, I've got 2 backups because it's my like favourite affordable concealer. I think it's crazy coverage. It's so good for such an affordable product. It's £2.50 and I love it. Guys, I've got the e.l.f. Brow and Lash Clear Gel. Apparently the eyelash one made people's eyes sting, which isn't great. But I've tried the brow gel and I do really like it, and I'll probably just use the mascara one for brows as well. I've got 2 brow pencils. I've got the Benefit Goof Proof brow pencil, which is a mini. I love this. This is my holy grail brow pencil, and unfortunately the price is so like high compared to the Rimmel one, but it is my perfect brow product, so it's made my brows so much easier to do. And I definitely will be repurchasing the full size of that. And then I've got the Rimmel eyebrow pencil. It's nowhere near as good in my opinion. It is a really good affordable option if you don't want to spend the money on such like expensive brow products, but if you do, recommend it like everyone else. But if you don't, this is a really good option. And then in the back I've got the Collection brow palette, which is missing the brow gel because quite frankly it was rank. But I love the brow brush, believe it or not, even though it's tiny, it's really good. I use the middle shade. It's a really, really good palette. I love it. The brow gel was really good too, but it was so mank, I just couldn't use it anymore. But yeah, I love my brow combination at the moment. I just think it's perfect. The last compartment in here is this, and I've just got highlighters in here. This is my favourite highlighter trio. It is the W7 Life's a Beach, and this is my favourite go-to shade, although I really do like this shade as well. If I'm trying to go for a darker look. And this is great as an eyeshadow, because obviously that's too dark to put on my skin tone. But honestly, this highlighter is so pigmented. Like, I did the shittest swatch. Like, it doesn't look very pigmented when you swatch it. Like, that swatch is not doing it justice, but honestly, this is like insane. I use it on a daily basis and it really makes my cheekbones pop. I've also got the Primark Brunch Club, which everyone knows I love. These are supposed to be dupes of the Kylie Jenner highlighters. Now they have relaunched them in my local Primark, so I'm going to buy myself a backup because I love this so much, and I'm also going to buy one to do a Primark bundle giveaway because it's just so good. And then I also have the Primark Pure Arctic Ice highlighter, which I can never open. This is what it looks like. Believe it or not, although it looks dark in the pan, it does suit my skin tone. I love this compact so much. I don't use it that often, but it is something that I will keep because it is a really good product. And then I've also got the Primark Double Dimension highlighter that I got from Libby. This is a gorgeous metallic, reflective, glowy highlighter. Honestly, it's gorgeous, and I love the snowflake. Shock horror. But yeah, I love this highlighter. It's really, really good quality, and it's in the shade, does it have a name? Oh, I don't know. Goddess. It's in the shade Goddess, and I love the packaging too. So second drawer down, this is the rest of my base products. It's looking really full because I've been shopping. Shock. But in this first compartment, I've got concealers. So I've got the new Revolution Matte Base Concealer, and this is a stick concealer. I haven't used a stick concealer since I first started out with makeup like 5 years ago. Yeah, I haven't used this since like I first started out with makeup, like not this obviously product, but stick concealers in general, so I'm excited to give it a go. It's in the shade C1. I've also got this little pretty little thin concealer palette that I got from Libby in our swap. I've then got a backup of the Primark concealer that I've already raved about in porcelain. Oh, it's £2 actually, not £2.50. I lied to you, but it's really, really good. I've got the W7 Hideout concealer, which I haven't yet tried as a dupe for one of the MAC concealers. I've got the e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer. That is amazing apparently, so I'm really excited to try that. This isn't a concealer, but it is the Revolution Cut Crease Canvas Full Coverage Eyeshadow Base. It's like an eye primer, and it probably shouldn't be in here, but I have no room for it elsewhere, so, you know, it's just going in there. I haven't tried it yet, but I've heard great things. I finally got my hands on the Revolution Supersize Concealer in the Fine. I've always wanted to get it, but they never had my shade, and if they have had my shade, I just go, oh no, it's fine, I'll leave it. I do really, really love this concealer. I had the same issue as everyone else. There wasn't enough product in the last one. They finally listened to us ages ago, and they relaunched it in a bigger size, so I'm really excited to use that again. And I've got the MUA Pro Base Concealer in 110, and I've got the foundation here in 101, thinking that these would be the same shade. So I think I need to repurchase this concealer in a lighter shade, or this might match me. I need to get a dark foundation. If that's the case, I can put this in a giveaway or put it on my Depop when I launch it properly. So yeah, I got that. It's apparently full coverage. It's quite luxe considering like it feels very good quality packaging. But in my foundation compartment, I've got the new MUA Pro Base Long Wear Matte Finish Foundation. This is in the shade 101. I don't know whether it's got a pump. I'm going to assume it doesn't. But it's still in the packaging, so I actually just bought it today. Haven't heard anything about this foundation. I will be doing a full face to first, not a first impression on this. I've also got the W7 Legend Lasting Wear Foundation. Now, I don't know whether this is going to match me because it looks very orange. And when I swatched it, it oxidizes. So, I don't know how well this is going to go down, but it's worth a try. Like a full face of first impressions. It's supposed to be a dupe for the Estee Lauder Double Wear. It's frosted glass. It's really heavy, so not good for travel, but I'll give it a go. If not, I'll just give it away. I've also got the Revolution Matte Base Foundation in F1. I haven't tried this yet, but I will be soon. I say when I've got time. I've got the Revolution Foundation Stick, which has got so much hype. This is in the shade F1. It's a general shade I tend to go for. I do like this. I don't gravitate towards it anymore because I've got better favourites in my opinion, but I do want to use it up, so I need to start using that for work. And I've also got the Flawless Finish Compact by New Look, which I haven't yet given a go. I tend to go for liquid foundations because I just find them easier. In this section, I've got primers, and this just looks ridiculously full. I've got the Primark Glow Iridescent Priming Elixir. I've never tried anything like this. It's Pipette style. I just love the idea of this, and it's only £4, so I'll give that a go at some point. And then I've also got the Barry M Flawless Colour Correcting Primer. This is the best colour correcting primer for redness I've ever tried, so I definitely recommend that. And I think the packaging's great as well, because every time you pump it, it goes up, so you don't waste a drop of product, which is really great. I've got the Pro Base Smooth Set and Prime Blur Stick. I haven't given that a go yet, but I'm excited to. I've got the Too Faced Peach Mist Mattifying Setting Spray. I haven't tried that either yet, but that is a mini of it. I've got the W7 Camera Ready Primer. I've got the Revolution Pro Under Eye Primer, which I haven't yet tried. I was going to declutter it, and then I kept it. Still haven't used it, shock. And then I've also got the Pro Base Primer Oil with gold flakes. It just looks really, really pretty, let's be honest. But yeah, my primer section has once again filled up, but who doesn't love a good primer? And then in this section, I've just got pressed powders, like pressed highlighters and stuff. So I've got the Primark Frosted Highlighter, which is nice, but it's actually really glittery, and I don't tend to go for glittery highlighters, so I'll try it on my face, but if not, I'll put it on my Depop or something. I've got a strobe cream, which I think I'm probably just going to give away, because let's be honest, I don't know why I bought that, so actually I'll put that in my giveaway box. I've got the Too Faced Candle Lit highlighting powder, which doesn't look how I was expecting it to. The packaging is nowhere near as luxe as the price, but I got this for Christmas with a gift card, so I'm really thankful for the gift card for John Lewis, and I'm definitely going to try it out. But it wasn't what I was expecting, however, I'm really excited to give it a go. And then I've got the Holy Grail that I used to absolutely swear by highlighter from I Heart Makeup, which is now I Heart Revolution, in the Goddess of Faith Triple Baked Highlighter. It is a beautiful highlighter, this section. I've got the Benefit Dandelion Twinkle highlighter. I've got a Max Factor blush that I got from Libby. I've got two loose powders. I've got the Collection Primed and Ready powder, and I've also got the Max and More setting powder. I've got a W7 Puff Perfection powder. I've got the Max and More Pressed Foundation powder, which I actually really, really like, so I'm going to put that near at the front. I've got I'm going to have to get this out because I can't really show it properly. I've also got the Mega Honey highlighter, which is going to be way too dark for me. I bought these as part of an offer, so that is going to be way too dark, so I'm going to put that in a giveaway. What else have we got in here? I've got the Glow Commotion by W7 and a Chanel bronzing powder, which is absolutely gorgeous. Now I'm going to put... See, this is great for me makeup collections, because you actually look through and see what you're going to use. There we go. And then down the side, I've got a Max and More blush, which I was going to declutter, but actually does suit me. It gives a nice natural peachy glow. And then I've got the mini of the Too Faced bronzer, which is really, really gorgeous. It's Chocolate Soleil, and it smells heavenly. Like, honestly, just go to your local Too Faced counter or Carnaby shop and smell it. If you're not going to buy it, just smell it. And then I've also got a brow pencil just chucked down here, because there was no other room for it, but I can put that in my other drawer. I got that from Libby. Then got my eyeshadow drawer, which, let's be honest, is one of my faves. So I've got them sort of organised, probably not really, but I've got my Soap Revolution palette, which is very battered. It is also broken. This shade has hit pan, but as you can tell, I do love this palette. It is a great purchase. I've also got the Imagination eyeshadow palette, which I don't use enough. It is gorgeous, and it resembles Imogen, a beautiful, beautiful palette. So yeah, I've got the Revolution Huda Beauty dupe, and I absolutely love this. I got this from Malika. I cannot wait to try it. It's just when I actually get round to it, but I'll be keeping this and trying it because it looks gorgeous. I've got some Makeup Obsession palettes. So I've got the If in Doubt Be a Unicorn palette and the Love Every Shade palette. This is still sealed, I think. Yeah, this is still sealed. But it's a gorgeous neutral palette, and these are only £5. Honestly, check out your local Obsession counter because they do such affordable makeup. And this is If in Doubt Be a Unicorn. These shades are stunning. Very different, but it's like I don't have a palette like this, so yeah, they're very, very cool. And then I've got the Be In Love With palette. Now, this is just a gorgeous palette, to be honest. I think it was like a Valentine's Day themed or Valentine's themed palette. And I like the concept of this palette because you can depot these eyeshadows and put them in a like a Z palette or something, or just a general magnetic eyeshadow palette. But I cannot wait to give this a go. That shade there, Starry Eyed, looks gorgeous, and I love the names too. So yeah, that's only like £6. I've got another Revolution palette, which I've also broken. And this is the Neutrals 2 palette. It's my only main pink base palette, hence why I've kept it, and it is really good and it does the job. I've got the Technique Warm palette, which is just stunning. The pigment of this is insane. I got this off Just My Look, and you need to buy it and try it because it's so cheap. I've got the MUA metallic eyeshadow palette. I've also got this Face and Eye palette, which is gorgeous. I haven't had a chance to try that yet. I got that for Christmas from Dawn. Let's put some of these back to add. But I've got these two Primark palettes, and this is one of my favourites. It's the Amber Passions. I love this palette so much. It's a dupe for the Huda Beauty, and it's gorgeous and so pigmented. I love the shade Burn, which is this one here. So pigmented, it's crazy. And then I have the Nude Addiction palette, which is a gorgeous, gorgeous neutral palette. I'm going to give it a go, but to be honest, shock horror, I've got quite a few palettes that have these sort of shades in, so if there's nothing special, I will give it away. And in this compartment, I've just got single eyeshadows and glitters, so, I did keep it. I've got the Glam Crystals by Collection, I've got a glitter eyeshadow from the Tinkerbell collection from Primark, I've got eyelash curlers, I've got a single eyeshadow from MUA, which is a matte black, so I'm excited to give that a go, because if I like that, then I can give away my Too Faced palette, which you'll see shortly, because I never use that except for the black shade if I go for a night out meal or something like that. I've got the I Heart Revolution Rose Gold palette, which I never use anymore. I really, really don't. I'm going to give it another go, but I just don't use those shades. It's a very odd combination of colours, to be honest. It is really good and pigmented, but it's the oddest combination. And if I had to choose between like these two, I would choose the nude palette. So it is the oddest combination. I feel like I've used that too much to put in a giveaway as like an extra. Glitter eyeshadow from the Primark Christmas collection from last year. I've got some loose glitters from the Christmas collection, and then I've also got the eco-friendly sparkle set from MUA, and look at that shade, it's gorgeous, and these are biodegradable glitters, it's incredible. So yes, I've got the Primark Nudes palette, which was a whole collection duping the Kim Kardashian beauty range. I love this so much, and they revamped and relaunched the Nudes collection in Primark with some new things, but I love that palette. I've got the Revolution Pro magnetic palette with some of their pressed glitters and pressed just eyeshadows. I've got the GMX pressed glitter palette, which is absolutely stunning. I just need to actually get off my arse and use it in a video. I do have a discount code for them, as I mentioned before. This retails for £15, which is really, really affordable for the amount of shades you get in here. Like, oh, create some beautiful looks with this. So yeah, if that's something you'd be interested in, then definitely check out their website. I've also got this, which is the Academy of Colour Lip and Eye Kit. Now, it is the bulkiest packaging for 3 eyeshadows. They had a lip cream, a lip liner, and applicator. I've given away the lip liner and the lip cream. It's not my kind of thing. These shades, however, are really nice. Is the packaging like convenient or practical? Not at all, but it is a good quality palette. Oh, my mum's cooking soup and it smells amazing. I've been filming this for so long already. And this is the Maximore eyeshadow palette. This shade here is incredible. It is so pigmented. But the rest of the shades were a bit of a letdown. You had to work on them, but look at that. So I have kept it mainly for that shade and the gold shade and some of the browns. But for an affordable, cheap palette, it's not bad, to be fair. It's simple. I've got like my face palettes and high-end expensive palettes, as in eyeshadow palettes. So I've got my Primark contour kit, which is so battered it's actually broken. Most of my go-to shades have hit pan. Yeah, there's not much to say about this, but I love it. It's really, really good. I've got the New Look Sculpt and Highlight palette, which you can't get anymore because they don't sell makeup, but I've got this for Christmas. I love the packaging and I love the colours. I cannot wait to give that a go. I've got the City Colour collection. I got this, both of these from the same colleague, but for different Christmases or birthdays. And I got that for Christmas. Can't remember when I got this, but it's from the same colleague. Honestly, she smashes it. I love this palette. This shade, look at that. Like, it can be quite chunky if you apply too much of it. You have to smooth it out because it's really, really soft and creamy. But if that is not intense enough for you, I don't know what highlighter will be. So yeah, I love this palette. I wish they were magnetic, which they're not. You can take them out of the packaging, but they're not magnetic, so I can't put it anywhere. Hence why it's still in there. High-end palettes wise, I've got the Too Faced Pretty Rich eyeshadow palette. This packaging is so bougie. And these are the colours. I will be testing this soon with another product you'll be seeing in a minute in the next drawer. But yeah, you get pressed gel glitter eyeshadows, you get some mattes, you get some shimmers. It is really, really gorgeous. So extra. But actually for the price, I think it was only like 35, I want to say. Which actually, I was quite shocked. I was expecting it to be more expensive. And I swatched it in the shop and they were so pigmented. This is the Too Faced palette I was on about earlier. Now, if I like the MUA matte black eyeshadow, I will be giving this away because I don't use it except for the matte black eyeshadow in there. I've got the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette, which, as I mentioned, I hardly use, but it's a collector's item and I'll never be able to part with it. I've got the Urban Decay Born to Run palette, which, can we just take a moment to appreciate the packaging? Like, I use this as one of my captions, one of my Instagram posts. You're not lost, you're born to run. I think I have, if not I will do. But yeah, this palette is just beautiful. I've got this massive eyeshadow palette from Revolution, which surprisingly is really, really pigmented. So I've heard some mixed reviews about it, but I got it for Christmas. And it's a very impractical palette because it's so big. But for big, like for makeup look videos, it'll be perfect. It's just, I could not take that on holiday with me. Could you imagine? It would be a nightmare. I've also got the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, which has seen better days. But the shades inside are gorgeous and I do need to use this more. I'm thinking about doing a full face of makeup I never use. Or like I used to love, because I did used to love this. And I would never give this away because I love Jaclyn. And yeah, it just wouldn't happen. I could never part with that because it was a very traumatic experience actually buying it. More than anything, the queue on Beauty Bay was insane. It was ridiculous. So yeah, that is staying in my life. And then this is my new in makeup drawer, which has the same divider as my first makeup drawer. And I've just got all sorts of new products, or products that I haven't got room in my other drawers for yet, or just products that it's just easier to keep in here because, you know. So down the side, I've got a Primark palette. This is called Wild Love. I got this when I was in London with Malika. I've got this Kiko eyeshadow palette, which I gave my mum. She didn't want. I've got the Revolution powder from the MAC collection, so I have the whole range to try. I've got the e.l.f. lip primer and plumper, so I'm very excited to try that as well. I'm also going to give that away. That can be an extra. That can be an extra to give away actually. But in here I've got my backup of the MUA Pro Base powder. I've got my backup of my backup concealer from Primark. I've got this amazing looking brow pencil, which is so thin. It's the Brow Defined Micro Precision Eyebrow Pencil from MUA. I tried the Revolution version of this. It was crap. I honestly did not like it at all. So I'm having high hopes for that one. I've got the Primark Volumizing Mascara, which was only £1, which I need to try. I've got a new collection, Glam Crystals. This is in the shade Hustle. Like, how stunning is that? I really want to branch out my comfort zone. Like, if I go out in the evening for a meal, or when I'm 18 and I go out for drinks with my friends or whatever, I think this could be really, really lovely. I've also got the CYO Curl Mascara, which I haven't tried yet, but I put it in this section because I want to be able to see it at all times to know to try it. Because I have a feeling I'm going to really like that because I love the look of the wand and the reviews. And then I've also got the Double Prime Lips and Brows Duo Primer from W7, which I got from the Pound Shop. Now in this corner here, which you can't, actually, let me just move these out a second. Oh, I've also got the Obsession Moon Glow Illuminating Fixing Spray. This is really nice. It's like gorgeous, like look at that glow. It's a dupe for like the Iconic London ones. It is amazing. It looks gorgeous, but the ice toned one looks a lot better for my skin tone. So if I try that and I like it, then I'll probably give this one away. But in here, I've got the new Too Faced product that I was talking about. I bought this when I was in Carnaby Street with Malika last time I went to London, and it's from their Tutti Frutti collection. I think it's their Tutti Frutti collection. It's in Sweet Spot. There were 2 other ones that I really liked, but I chose this one. The packaging is so cute. And this is the applicator. I'm so excited to try it. Apparently you don't need a glitter primer or glitter glue for this. I'll probably, when I test it out in the video, I'll probably put glitter primer on one eye and not on the other and see how it works. But I'm so excited to try that. It looks, and it's swatched, the most pigmented out of all of them. I then got a Primark pigment, which, to be honest, I took this back from my mum because she didn't want it, but I'm going to put that in a giveaway also. And then I've got my backup of the NYX glitter primer because, let's be honest, my other one is not looking its best. In this section, I've got the Peach Perfect Too Faced Mini Powder. It's a loose powder. It was so bloody expensive for what it is. It was £12 and you only get like 3.5 grams of product. I'm like, what? I should have just bought another glitter eyeshadow. But I'm really excited to try this. I don't think I'll repurchase it, but the packaging's cute. I've also got the Revolution Bacon Blot, which is new to my collection today. This is in the shade Translucent. Never use a blotting powder. Is it the same as a normal powder? Who knows? Let me know in the comments if you have an idea, because I don't. And then in these 2 compartments, it was perfect for these products I want to put in them. So I've got the Glow Beam Highlighting Powder in gold from MUA Luxe range. I got this from the Pound Shop. People asked me to test them in a video. That will be coming at some point. I've got so many testing videos to film. The Primark My Perfect Colour Loose Mineral Powder. This has got a load of good reviews. It's a hefty tub. You get a lot of product in here. Like, you compare this to this. This is £10 cheaper than this. And you get 13 grams of product, nearly 10 grams more product than this one. So would I recommend, just for the cheap side and giving it a go, this one over this one? Definitely. But you know, if you've got the money and you want to try a mini of Too Faced products, go for it. But yes, that fits perfectly in there when I put it in properly. There you go. And then in this section, I have got a Revolution lip topper, which is really, really gorgeous. It's a bit bougie and a bit extra, but it is lovely. And then I've got the Smoke and Smolder eye primer from the MUA Luxe range that I got from the Pound Shop. It is a black eyeshadow primer. I have never heard of such a thing, so I'm excited and slightly scared to give that a go. If you've tried it, let me know. And then in the back, I've just got pigments and stuff like that. I've also got the Primark brow pomade, which I'm actually going to put there, so I know I've got it. And then I've got just a bunch of mascaras in the back. So if I... will understand why I have this. Inside joke, I've got the Thick and Fast mascara, which I got from Malika, which is from Soap and Glory. I've got the Collection Colour Lash, which is a clear mascara, which I'm going to use for my brows. W7 Big Lash, which, to be honest, I can put in my empties / just throwing away products, because I'm not going to use that again. It wasn't my favourite. And then I've got the Rimmel Extra Pop Lash Mascara. I will keep that for now, to be honest, because you never know. Right, so I'm going to put that in my... So that is that for this makeup collection. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, I am extremely tired and I definitely need some savoury snacks and a cold drink in my life. It's taken like an hour and a half to film this, so God knows what I'm going to get this down to. But nonetheless, let me know in the comments what you thought and if there's any products you'd like me to try in videos, or if there's any products you'd recommend, any videos you want to see, just start a general chat with me, to be honest. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for all the support as always. Keep your eyes peeled for future giveaways because I've got so many planned. And yeah, thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next vlog or video, whichever one you watch first. Bye.